crafty friends, Melissa Miner here, and I'm really excited to be sharing a process video with you for the Shimmerz Paints design team. I'm going to be working today with the September 2024 color kits, and if you haven't seen that kit, I do have a complete unboxing video that I will link down below in the description box. So to start my layout, I have a piece of Foundations cardstock, so it holds mixed media well. And then I have a stencil that I've pulled from my stash. Now this is an older stencil from close to my heart, and it's called Skylark. And then you'll see off to the side, I'm applying some paste with some paint mixed in it. So the paste I'm using is Ranger's Distress Grit Paste. And then I've spritzed a little bit of the Vibez Moss-Terious green that came in the color kit this month. And I'm applying this paint and paste mixture with an ink dauber. And the reason that I'm applying it with the ink dauber is because this stencil, it has both flowers and leaves, and I really don't want the flowers on my layout. So I'm being careful just to place my mixture into the sections that have the leaves. So I'll continue doing this until I cover the whole stencil of all the leaves. Now, while I'm applying this, I do want to mention that when you place your order with Shimmerz Paints on their website, you can place my name, Melissa Miner, into the comments section, and Shimmerz Paints will send you a free gift. You can apply my name to every order that you place, and Shimmerz will send you a free gift each time. So I really appreciate when you do so, as that lets Shimmerz Paints know that I referred you. All right, so I'm almost finished here applying this paste, and I love the way this is looking. That Moss-Terious green is so pretty, and I can see using that on a lot of layouts. When I applied it into the paste mixture, it did lighten it up a bit, but you'll see today in my video, the colors that I'm going for are more of a pastel look, and so this is perfect. The peel and reveal of this stencil is amazing, and it's exactly the way I wanted it to look. So I encourage you to look through your stash of stencils and give this technique a try. It's really easy, and it gives a wonderful appearance. Look at the peel and reveal. This is my favorite part. So you can see here, I've got all of those beautiful leaves on my background page. So now what I'm doing is I've poured a little bit of the Moss-Terious green, the Vibez, into my paint tray there. And I'm taking a paintbrush. I also sprayed a little bit of water into that mixture. And I'm taking my paintbrush and I'm making some green splatters all around my background. I love the way that that looks. And so I'll continue doing that until I get lots of splatters all around the page. Now I'm pulling in another color from my stash, and this is a Color Splash Whites of Their Eyes. Now a Color Splash is a glossy acrylic spray, and this is my favorite for applying white splatters. It has like a little bit of dimension in it, and so I love the way that this looks on the background. Now the Vibez that I used for the green, that is a shimmer spray, so it adds nice shimmer. So I'm going to set my background aside to dry, and while that is drying, I'm going to work on some embellishments for my layout. Now what I really like about the color kits is there's a color sheet included. So I've went ahead and fussy cut both these leaves and these flowers from that coloring sheet, and I've applied them down here to a low-tack sticky mat so that I can do some painting. So I'm painting directly out of the bottle here of that Vibez Moss-Terious green, and I'm applying that all to my leaves. And you can see here how it's a little bit darker, so you can get a good feel for what the color looks like. Now I'm bringing in another paint that was included in the kit this month, and this is a Shimmerz. So a Shimmerz is already a liquid. It's a water-based paint, and it has shimmer in it. I love the way this shines. This color is called Limoncello. So the pictures that I'm going to be scrapbooking are of my boyfriend Dale and I. We went to visit Harvestville Farm, and it's a sunflower field, and we love going there. We go there every year and love to take pictures of the flowers. And what's unique about this year is we went on a Thursday night, And then the next day we had a storm and it completely wiped out the flower field. Felt so bad for them. All right, I'm bringing in another color from my stash just to brighten these flowers up a bit. And this is a Vibez, so a shimmer spray. And this is the color Mustard Seed. And I thought that since I'm using pictures of sunflowers, I needed to kind of mimic the sunflowers by adding that color. So once I get all of that painted, I decided that I want to lighten up the edges of the leaves that I painted just to kind of give them a little more dimension. So I'm taking a little bit of that Shimmerz Limoncello and I'm just dabbing it on the outside of the leaves, and you're not really going to notice it a whole lot, but it does lighten it up a bit. All right, so now I have my background sheet here, and I did go ahead and cut that down to 11 by 11, and I'm bringing in a sheet of yellow cardstock from my stash, and I've cut that down to 11.5 by 11.5, and so I'm gluing these together. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to add this to a 12 by 12 sheet of regular white cardstock. So I just love the look of a good matted base page. So I'm going to bring in that white sheet and then I'll get these glued down. So the glue that I'm using, I do get off Amazon, and this is a Scotch tacky glue, and this is a fine line applicator. And some of my other crafty friends turned me onto this glue and applicator, and I absolutely love it. So here's the pictures of my boyfriend Dale and I, and you can see here they have like little prop areas that you can sit at in the sunflower fields, and there's a good picture of Dale. And then here we are, they have one of those like giant chairs that you can climb up into, and so we also have a photo in that. So this is the arrangement that I think I want for my photos, and I'm bringing in one of the pattern papers that was in the color kits, and I love this yellow, and I think that that's going to go with my photos. And so I've cut this down, and then I've torn the edge, and so I'm just twisting my background sheet around here. And you know, I think I just completely turned it all the way around. I was just making sure that I liked the placement of the leaves that were going to show once I put my pattern paper down. So I did trim off the back side of this sheet, has like some florals, some black and white florals, and I tried to cut those off so that I can use those on another layout. I have a hard time cutting into some of these papers because they're just so pretty. All right, so I'm applying that wet adhesive down, and so I have my layout kind of how I want it now. So now I'm going to go ahead and use some adhesive and apply my photos, glue those down to the back of the page here. And then you'll see I've got that little space down there along the bottom left, and I think that's where I want to go ahead and put my title. So I'll go ahead and push these down, and then I'll start working on getting my embellishments and a title onto this layout. Okay, so that looks nice. I'm really liking this so far. All right, so I have my embellishments here. These are the flowers that I painted, and they're mostly dry. The flowers are pretty dry, the leaves are a little bit tacky, but I'm gonna go ahead and start working on embellishing this layout. So I'm bringing in some craft foam, and I'm applying that to the back of each of the flowers because I want to give them some extra dimension. I'm also bending up the leaves of the flowers just to kind of give them that more realistic appearance. So I'll apply some glue, and I'm starting with my largest flower first. So when I embellish a page, I like to start with my largest embellishments first and then come in with the next size and then finally the smallest. So I'll do that with these flowers. So I'm getting my glue stuck down, and so I've got 3 flowers, and so I just want to build a little cluster over here to the right. And I think these flowers turned out really pretty. I love that they include that painting sheet so that I can customize my embellishments to match my layout. So I probably wouldn't have chose the yellow had I not been scrapbooking pictures from a sunflower field, but I really like the uniqueness of how this turned out. I think they look really pretty, and it's hard to pick up on the camera, but the flowers are shimmery. They've got that Limoncello Shimmerz paint on them, so they really do shine. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and fit my leaves underneath these flowers. So we'll put 2 up here on the top to finish off that, and then I will add a leaf down here to the bottom, and then we'll have this one. I'm just trying to decide if I want it facing up or down, and I think I want it facing down. I don't want all the leaves facing the same direction. So we'll go ahead and place these going down in there. I think that looks really good. So we'll give that a press. Okay, so I want to bring in some of the embellishments that were also included in the September Color Kits this month. And one of the stickers, I took the stick off of it just to kind of move it around my page with some powder. And now I'm using my glue to adhere it down. But that little blue sticker up there, it kind of looks like washi tape. So I applied that at the top. Now I want to add some blue to this cluster to draw your eye around the page. And so this flower is one of the dots that came in the kit. So I love those. And now I'm thinking I want to use this title from my stash. So I have a huge stamp collection, and the stamp that I'm bringing in, it's called Cherished Blossoms from Close to My Heart. So I went ahead and used some Bluebird ink, and I stamped and die cut that out. So my title says Love Lives Here. And if you watched my previous video this month, you'll know that Dale and I are celebrating our 2-year dating anniversary. So it's all about love this month. So the layouts that I'm doing are featuring us and the love that we've shared over the last 2 years. So I like that I have the blue in all three places now to draw your eye around the page. And here I'm showing you the bonus bundles. So with the color kits, you can also choose an add-on of a bonus bundle. So there's these gorgeous sequins, and then there's also another paint that is included, and the paint is called Colder Than Ice. It's a Shimmerz. So I was just showing you that. And my idea here is I think I want to take these sequins, just a few of the colors, not the red, but like the blue and the yellow and the green. And I want to see what they would look like, just a whole line of sequins along here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera. I'm going to apply some glue. Let's see, I'll glue down a couple here just to see what this is going to look like. And then I will adhere the rest of these sequins all the way across the bottom of this yellow strip of paper. I'll go ahead and apply that off camera and see what that looks like. Oops, I think I got a red one in there. Let me pick that out. So I'm using a pick up and place tool here. It has like a wax tip to adhere all of the sequins, and look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I think that's such a fun way to show the sequins. So I just need now to apply a few finishing touches, and since I have the sequins there at the bottom, I really like the way that looks, and I love these sequins. So I want to draw your eye around the page, and I want to pull out some of these sequins, and I'm going to apply some here to the upper right of these florals and kind of mixed in with the florals and then down below. So I'm just picking out some of the same colors that I used along that bottom strip, and I'll apply these sequins to the bottom here. And there we go. So I'm just going to apply several all around, and I think that just adds so much to the page. So there we go. Couple more. It's like once I start, I can't stop with these sequins. I love them. And did you see there's like a couple of the mixed in this kit, or mixed in the sequin mix, and they're like cloth flowers. So those are really pretty. So I'm going to have to use those on another layout. I wanted to use them here, but they just weren't the right colors that I used on this page. But I think this turns out really good. Okay, couple more. I told you I can't stop with the sequins. They're so pretty. All right, so any of the products that I've used today, I will have linked down below in the description box. And also I will have a link listed to the Shimmerz Paints website. I found one sticker that I wanted to use as well, and this is like a little watering can. And so I applied a little bit of foam on the back, and that is going to finish today's layout. So if you've enjoyed this video, I hope you'll hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you will subscribe and come back. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye!